Assemble!
This is The Bauer Show.
Please refrain from discussing or engaging in any sort of inter-office or finger. Let's get this going.
The Bauer Show is live now. This is The Bauer Show.
Welcome everybody to this May 12th edition of Beer Half Full Bauer. It is going to be just a frosty half full mug of optimism. I'm going to give you a couple of things to laugh about, smile about, and one thing that I think we can all learn from a little girl who will teach us something coming up here. And then we'll rock out to wrap things up for you here today. I'm Bauer. Thanks for letting me be a part of your day. Hopefully you're well. I hope everything is going very well for you in this coronavirus world. All right, we start off, as we always do, letting you know, log on to thebauershow.com. Not only will you find cool stuff at the shop there, T-shirts and sweatshirts and hats and swag of all kinds for our various podcasts that we have out there, including Mount Rockmore, which is trying to pick 4 of the career-defining songs from any one artist. We just did 38 Special. We had done before that Rat from going into the 80s. We had Alice in Chains in the 90s, the Beastie Boys. Quite a selection. If you're a music fan trying to pick the 4 Mount Rushmore songs of any one particular artist, well, that's Mount Rockmore. That's what we do every week. That's there. The Bauer Show podcast is there. Still Real to Us Wrestling podcast is all there. Please go to thebauershow.com. Check out the shows that we have to offer. It'll give you something to do in this downtime of coronavirus world. And when you're at the end of Netflix, you could use it. All right, moving onward to coronavirus Twitter logic. That's how we start this all off here. Basically, it's us saying, listen, there are people who are really smart out on Twitter. They may not know it. Twitter's not all hate all the time. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of hate a lot of the time. But it's not all hate all the time. And with that, we try to bring some parental logic and some logic just in general. This one coming from a fellow parent in a Twitterverse world saying, and I believe this truly, at this point in quarantine, our kids have realized that they need a break from their parents too. I guess you can call this quarantine silver linings. Lucky individual who's gotten to that point in time. Although I will say this, I think the older the child, the more likely they're going to want to stay away from the parents. My 6-year-old always wants to be around us. Lucky. You've seen her here on the show. My 13-year-old absolutely wants nothing to do with us in this coronavirus world. So I guess I've got a little bit of a silver lining there, right? All right, time to move on. What dads do during coronavirus? We've seen them pushing kids in carts over jumps in the backyard. And in this particular case, why sweat, Dad? You don't need to. Just let the remote control do all the work for you. The RC, pulling the kid all around the house, is a brilliant idea. I love that idea. I don't do remote control cars or planes or anything remote control, frankly, except for my television. So that's a very cool usage to try to keep your kid occupied and busy. Now, in this particular case, we're going to introduce you to Stormy. This is Stormy. Stormy is somebody who's going to teach us all a lesson here in this coronavirus world. Stormy gets a temptation. This seems to be a new video trend on social media and on TikTok where you put something tempting in front of a kid, say you're going to go away for a couple minutes, leave the camera on to make sure that you catch the kid either in the act of doing what they're not supposed to do, or in the case of Stormy, saying a phrase over and over again that either she learned from her parents in coronavirus lockdown or something she's going to teach us all in coronavirus lockdown. Let's listen to Stormy.
I'm going to put the chocolates right here, okay? Okay, you can only have 3 of them. I'm going to give you 3 of them, but wait, you have to wait till Mommy comes back, okay? I have to go to the bathroom. Okay. So let me go to the bathroom.
All right, Stormy.
And then you can have it, okay? Okay. You're going to wait for Mommy?
This.
Yeah. Okay, wait for me, and then you can have 3, okay? Okay.
She's so darling. Now listen to what she says, too. By the way, how long before Frank Caliendo does a voiceover for this? With either the John Madden or the Tony Romo. She's looking. When's Mommy coming back? When's Mommy coming back? She realizes there's chocolate there. When's Mommy coming back? Is she back now? Chocolate. Here she comes. What's the word you use?
Did you win? Yeah. Okay, you can have 3.
Patient for little Stormy. Something we can all learn in this coronavirus lockdown world, right? Congratulations to you, Stormy. And by the way, that excited little yelp she had at the very end there, I believe that will be the excited little yelp all of us have when we're able to get out of the house. This one here. Yeah, I'm going to be like that when I can go to the bar and have an ice cold Corona. All right, ready to wrap things up for you here on Beer Half Full Bauer. Monday is No Fun Monday at Green Day's website. Technically, Billy Joe from Green Day, the singer, has a No Fun Mondays where he does a cover song of somebody, somewhere, someplace. And I don't know if he plays all the instruments. I don't know how this works for him. If he's just got people around him that can play it or how it's working, but it sounds absolutely stellar. So he takes some songs that he liked from the 70s or the 80s or the 90s, does them in his own cover, puts it out on a Monday for you, and does it each and every Monday. So let's get you a little bit of The Kids in America from Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong here on No Fun Mondays.
Looking out a dirty old window, down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why. Friday night and everyone's moving. I can feel the heat but it's soothing heading down. I search for the beat in this. Downtown the young ones are going. Downtown the young ones are growing. We're the kids in America. We're the kids in America. Everybody listen to the music around.
And this is Kim Wilde's song from the 80s, British singer from the 80s. We're going to leave you with this, wrapping up some Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day's No Fun Mondays with the kids in America for you and for me here on Beer Half Full Bauer. Until tomorrow, friends, for a Wednesday Hub Day edition of Beer Half Full Bauer. See ya and enjoy loudly. Crank it up. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Life is cool, life is God, I shall make a new story. God, I shall grab any glory. We're the kids in America. We're the kids in America. Everybody listen to the music around. Come closer, honey, that's better. Gotta get a brand new experience, feeling right. Oh, don't try to stop, baby, hold me tight. Outside a new day is dawning. Outside suburbia sprawling everywhere. I don't want to go, baby. New York to East California. That's a new way coming, I want ya. We're the kids in America. We're the kids in America. Everybody listen to the music around. We're the kids, we're the kids, we're the kids.